Welcome, Knights fans. We are back here at Walsh Field as the Knights take on Stone Mountain in their region opener. The first time the Knights will have ever played a 3A team, actually, as we are in our fourth game of the season. Knights coming out 2-1, 2-0 away. Unfortunately, 0-1 at home as of last week against Thompson. Should come out big today against Stone Mountain.
Stone Mountain won't be the best team Pace has ever played. They have won one game in the past 2 years. That one game coming against Clarkston last week, actually. And Clarkston has 18 players on their varsity roster. Just to give you a little preview of what's going to come to the game.
And your captains tonight are going to be number 6, Gunnar Falk, of course, the starting quarterback. Number 3, Mark Somerville, who usually is the starting wide receiver and cornerback, but has been injured the last few weeks. This will be his final week on injury. He will be back next week against Redan. Number 69, of course, Jamari Salier. And then number 42, Rain Watkins, the freshman, his first time starting as a captain for the Knights.
Rain has been playing very well this week. And of course, you can't forget 4th grader, special captain for the Knights this week, Charlie Costanzo.
Very nice to see Pace getting more of their community in these athletic events. Of course, also tonight at halftime, we'll be honoring all of the fall sports athletes as well, as today is one of the classic, if I'm not mistaken, one of the pigskin picnics, what it used to be called, I think is this week. The Knights are donning their blue uniforms with white pants and white shoulders. Of course,
these
are
numbers for the first time.
And newly designed for this year as well. And Stone Mountain will dress in white shirts with red pants and black caps. And the theme tonight for the student section has been Hawaiian. So
a lot of traffic coming to this game, so it's slowly, building up to its normal population, but it's not there just quite yet.
But again, after a tough game last week, the Knights do need to come out and exact some revenge on this poor Stone Mountain team, which I sure hope they do, and we'll be very surprised if they do not. But knowing this team, I mean, really, who do you think needs to have a big game today? For me, I say number 1 player is honestly Trey Blunt. He hasn't had the biggest years I expected after, of course, last year being absolutely spectacular, and then, of course, now being committed to Georgia. He can really break out today.
I was going to say the same thing, on defense especially. Didn't have the best game last week defensively. I look for him to have a huge game today. And the Knights are now coming out to the classic Metallica song, Enter Sandman, for the first time ever.
And trying to think of who else on defense has been a big performer so far. Honestly, as much as we talk about him on the offensive line, but Andrew Thomas having a spectacular game. And Stone Mountain Pirates bust out of their opening sign as the Knights prepare to do their own.
2015 Class AA state champs and your 2016 number 2 ranked Pace Academy.
And here come the Knights.
And if you heard as well, the announcer saying that the Knights are now number 2. So only moving down 1 spot, of course being number 1 in the state, after losing to Thompson. So still big expectations for this team. And after a rough loss, I think it is recognized very well just how good Thompson is and how the Poles are really treating Pace very nicely. And if they can pull away with 2 big wins in a row tonight and next week against inferior opponents, they might be able to sneak their way back into number 1 before taking off Westminster, of course, October 6th.
After that wake-up call last week from Thompson, I think the Knights will want to get revenge on these pirate team of Stone Mountain. I think they'll come out with all steam ahead.
And again, for this team, Pace has yet to really face competition that they have been superior to. I mean, even West Forsyth was a 7A school, though Pace outplayed them entirely. They still were a very decent team, and Hapeville is often underestimated. And in fact, they almost were. Again, the score was only 21-7, which is still fairly close. And then, of course, last week against Thompson, we were the outmatched. But coming in today, Pace can really cause some ruckus for the Pirates. And I just think they will.
Back to receive for the Knights tonight. Two seniors, number 4, Deion Jackson, number 1, Trey Blunt, the Georgia commit.
Number 4, Deion Jackson, and number 1, Trey Blunt for the Knights.
Kick is away. It's a pretty short one. We'll go to Deion Jackson at the 10-yard line. And here comes Jackson. He has a tiny bit of room to the right side. And he gets knocked out of bounds just short of the 40-yard line.
Not too good tackling by Stone Mountain as Deion pretty much plows through most of their team before being taken down by a whole mess of Pirates. But again, looks like, as you were saying in the pregame, that number 5, Tony Addison, is not dressed for today's game. Not sure if it's due to injury or just not playing today, but just interesting to note that now 2 star wide receivers are out today. May not make much of a difference, but just in preparation for the next few weeks. It looks like today could be a big day for Ryan Mazer in place of them.
Gunner will throw for the first time this game, and it is to Trey Blunt. It's complete, and Trey Blunt dives forward, passes 50 for a first down for the Knights.
And a fairly easy first down right there. Good throw to Trey, doing what he does and just shaving off tackles. Gets hit by the last one, and these are the kind of plays that we're used to seeing out of Blunt.
First down of the game.
I mean, just shake one tackle, and that gets you an additional 6 or 7. I mean, scoring will not be a problem today if that's what we're expecting.
Head up now to Deion Jackson to the left side. And he breaks a few tackles, and he will gain about 8 yards there on a pretty quick carry to the 42-yard line.
Again, this poor tackling is allowing Pace to get through the really defensive front of the Pirates pretty easily. I mean, as we've seen so far, I mean, pretty easy pass, easy run. And that's a good 7-yard gain on a first run by Jackson, especially if they're running into his own man, Andrew Thomas, who almost picked him up and kept throwing him forwards. Good game by the Knights.
There's another slant pass to, it looks like number 9, and Biddy Williams, the freshman.
And Biddy Williams playing, despite last week's loss, still played very well. And over the last few weeks, just has shown to be, could be a very good player as the Knights progress.
And that'll be another Pace Knights. First down.
Williams showing a lot of his speed there.
On the tackle was number 4, Collins for the Pirates. First and 10 for the Knights on the Pirates' 35-yard line.
Knights already at the 35-yard line, making great headway, as it hasn't even elapsed 2 minutes yet. And the Knights are inching towards the red zone.
Head out to Perryman now to the left side, and he's showing off his speed and power, getting to the 27-yard line.
Perryman on the carry.
Decent run right there at Perryman, again, who's pretty much solely used on the sweep plays around the outside. Lots of handoffs, lots of pitches used for Perryman, and another good read there. And again, Will, another 8-yard gain. These kind of rushes are just killer to a defense, and Pace so far showed no trouble against this Pirates D.
Screen pass is just too short of Deion Jackson there. I think it was tipped at the line by Stone Mountain, but that will bring up third down and about 2.
Pass goes incomplete. That'll be a third down and 2. Number 6 lit there on the pressure. Third down and 2 for the Knights.
That's going now with the power left formation. Head out to Deion Jackson to the left side again. He has a first down, and he fumbles.
And that's going to be Stone Mountain ball. Easily saw it there.
That just popped right out of his hands.
Before Jackson on the carry, we had
And
fumble on the carry, but the Knights recovered.
wait, wow, Knights actually ended up recovering. Could have sworn I saw that go right into the Pirates' hands And that is a huge recovery right there.
Andrew
Wow.
Thomas dove right into that pile and got that ball.
That looked like it was easily Stone Mountain's ball, but good fight back from the Knights to get that back in. Wow.
Nice with the same formation now. And almost same play as Deion Jackson heads to the left side. He's got power through for a touchdown for the Duke commit.
Wow. Deion Jackson absolutely trucking the man as he enters into the end zone. Nothing is stopping this man from just racking up the score over his entire career, and I'm not even sure what number that is for how many times he's scored over his few years, his tenure at Pace, but as we've always said, Deion Jackson is the player to watch of a game, and those are the kind of TDs that you need to see. And with only 9:13 remaining in the first quarter, a fairly short drive, just about over 2.5 minutes, and the Knights get a TD.
Almost 3 minutes. Pace Knights 7. Pirates.
And if that's a taste of what we're getting tonight, then
This might be a
that's
long
exactly
game.
what I want to see.
We'll take a break after that touchdown. 9:13 left remaining in the first quarter. We'll be right back after this.